Can we, has everybody seen the minutes? Can I get a motion to approve?
Make a motion?
Second? Second?
Kathy?
Kathy? Any questions? Any comments? All those in favor? Aye. Financial report. Well, in the Chase account, starting out 362, little bit of interest. Bring us up to little bit of expense. What is this? Yeah, interest, but minus expenses, so we went down. In the class account, we have 7,429,380. Interest of 24,800. No transfer this month, or last month, September, which is probably actually August. For a total of 7,454,181. For a total between the accounts of 7,815,291. And you can see year-to-date revenue is a total of $812.
What's that? What's that?
803,000.
Half of last year.
Yep. There are theoretically a couple of large ones coming in, so we'll see. That'll bring us to halfway, but we're 3/4 of the way through the year.
Correct. Yep.
So, next up, West Neck update, Tim?
Hey. So the Mile a Minute that I talked about the last time, Dan Clark went in a couple weeks ago and they removed the huge area of it. I actually went there yesterday just to double check again, and I found one small section, actually two small sections, which I pulled out. Otherwise, I hope that it's been pulled out from the preserve. The paths have been mowed.
You mean the parking? What are the pads? Is that the parking? You said the pads have been mowed?
Yes.
Oh, pads.
So,
Pads. Sorry.
no, I'm sorry. The paths mowed and are fine for walking. So we talked about last year we plowed. I can't remember when we did it last spring. Anyway, we should plow it again with the idea of raking all the loose material right afterwards, which we could do with volunteers. I unfortunately can't rake right now. But
How many do you need for that?
at least 10.
So we just bring our rakes?
Pardon?
We just bring our rakes
Yeah, but they should be metal rakes and not like
plastic.
delicate rakes.
To get a new one.
Should be sturdy metal rakes.
I can ask Silver Beach Association. When would we be doing this?
So Matt Lindsay, who did the plowing in the past, is available the next 2 weeks. So he could do it. The cost would be $3,750. This may be the last time we plow.
After you rake it, what do you do with the stuff? After you rake it, what do you do with the stuff?
Oh, so most of the material is good. Well, there's a bunch of stuff growing in there now. There's some grasses, there's the mugwort, and then there's some other stuff that's also not native, but it's not horrific. But all that stuff will be sort of sitting on top of the surface, and we just want to rake it all off and take it to the road where the highway department can pick it up.
Okay, so we don't have to pick it up.
No, we don't have to dispose of it.
Okay, so in the next 2 weeks?
And Andy Sinesic, who I visited the preserve about a month ago, I guess they didn't distribute his final plan. I'm gonna do that today. Anyway, we talked about a couple of ideas for actually planting. And there's one whole section It's hard to describe. There's one whole section on the side that, if you're at the parking, if you're facing the parking lot to the right, there's a section and there's a Christmas tree sort of in the middle. And we discussed
The house was,
pardon?
where that house was?
Yes, where the house was. So taking that section, actually continually weeding it, which some groups have done and has been successful with. And they would actually try to plant a meadow in the spring in that section. And then sort of repeat the same thing in sections going forward. And then on the Nostrand side, not so much of a meadow, but starting to plant understory plants in that section. Again, taking another section, which is pretty clear of the mugwort, and starting to work with that section and moving towards the West Neck area, West Neck Road, where the corner of Nostrand West Neck. So it's that whole section there, which is a really big section. I forgot sorry. But the other thing I want to mention is there's an invasive species grant, which was put out to New York DEC. This is the fourth round. This has come up before, and I've talked about it before. West Neck would be a perfect project.
Right.
And actually, Amber, the last time this came up, I was told the town was looking at the same grant for something else. And I don't know if that happened or not. We don't have to figure it out right now, but I would like to figure that out if the town is looking at it also for something.
But it says we can also apply for two
Yeah,
grants.
it's a match, though. It's a 25%. But we could use
We
CPF.
can do the match.
Yeah,
That's not hard. But I actually talked to a woman who answered questions the last time, and this project would fall into the category and would be perfect.
okay.
We use the grant writer here to do this?
So then Abby Lawless, Abby Lawless contacted me about it and said that she would be willing to help us with this.
Nice.
And it's due December 17th at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. So anyway,
Leave it for, I guess.
I'd just like us to think about that CPF. But if there's one or two other projects the town wants to pursue with that grant, that would leave us out. And we should just know sooner than later.
You had that young girl that we met at the Green Expo?
Yes.
I haven't been in contact with her
Oh, okay.
since, I was briefly afterwards, but she seems to be busy with her job.
Oh, okay.
So nothing's really come out.
Okay, I just,
Maybe in the future. And that's it.
Is it possible with this grant, since it's got a minimum and a maximum, could multiple sites be in the same grant? Like, could we do West Neck and do wherever else?
Well, what they really want is a project that you remove invasives and you replace it with. It's not just removing invasives.
Yeah, but replanting,
You need to plant stuff.
right? But still,
Well, we could do it possibly at Dickerson Creek. Overlook, which,
no, I meant yes, we could apply for two spots,
Mhm.
all part of the same grant.
I think, but let me check.
Or even if it was to coordinate it with the town's interest in some invasive project, why couldn't we piggyback on?
We can, but in my memory of my conversation was that they really want to have a specific project where you remove stuff, you replace stuff, and it shows
And
it.
then identify, and then follow it.
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
but I can talk to her again.
yeah,
If we decide to do this, I can just call her up and ask her.
okay.
We can't do.
we have to do this quickly, though.
So you'll work with Amber to figure this out?
Pardon?
You'll work with Amber to figure this out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm reaching out to Jen Mesiano, our grant
Okay.
writer, right now, to see where we stand.
Sarah Gordon is retiring from Sylvester Manor. She is a brilliant grant writer. I have no idea if she would take on part-time work, but she's fabulous. So I throw that out.
Okay. I don't remember if I looked at the actual grant application or not, but I will. Just at a time to see how complicated it is.
She's very good. She gets lots, she writes really well, has gotten us a lot of grants.
Anyway, I think it's sort of a nice opportunity and it's sort of,
Yeah. Good work finding
Yeah.
us.
I'm looking at the DEC page announcing this grant right now. It says it's a required 25% match. Any thoughts on where that match would come from?
I think the CPF can use it.
Yeah, CPF maintenance budget,
Great.
because, I mean, we're gonna do that anyway on that site, so.
Sorry.
okay.
Speaking of invasives, on Artist Lane, the property on Monantic, I want to get either Danny or the town to go in and remove, there's a ton of Russian olive in there. It's just overtaken that whole field. And I want to get that out now with the off
You should
season.
be attacking this stuff constantly
Yeah.
because I'm really horrified at how much milamina is spreading on this island.
I don't know what else is in it. Well, you've been there with Andy, so, but, I mean, the Russian olive is the big obvious thing at the moment.
Yeah, there's that, and then there's also in the, what do you call that section that's, it's not ours, but it's a common area, and the white property, there's a name for it.
I need the,
Oh, the homeowners association.
That whole section, which has the miscanthus, tons of miscanthus.
what are you gonna do? You can't get that out.
So it's just, we really, I mean, even though that's not ours, we need to somehow work with them and,
I think the guy that talked to there is Bart or White. He lives in the house next to the driveway going to the right. He's not here all the time, but he's the guy who's really does the maintenance stuff there.
yeah, well, we need to then work out something with them.
Yeah. He may not be aware of what it is to do something about it.
Yeah, it's just anywhere we can stop this stuff because the
Yeah.
problem at West Neck is the 2 acre area next door that we own that we haven't done anything with, and that's loaded with milamina. And so now it's just all coming over.
Well, do we want to clean that out? I mean, we sort of left it because we would take it on this project, but I
I
think we
know.
scaled down the project. So, I mean, it's really just a cleanup, right?
It would just be cleaning it out. We're not gonna restore that right now, but we just need to, I think we do need to address that.
You know, Doug Sherrod, you know, we have what we call the bird sanctuary.
Yes,
And I don't know, he was at a meeting or talking to somebody. And they did something to the miscanthus.
steaming it.
Yeah. I'm thinking hot water, but they were steaming it. And supposedly that kills.
Walter Richards has a steamer.
That's it.
It's for driveways, to keep driveways clear of weeds. But I talked to Andy about it, and he said the problem with that is miscanthus has fairly deep roots, and it's possible that steamer will only reach so far down. And I actually sent Doug an email about that, but didn't hear back.
Well, I don't know what happened.
So it kills it superficially, but not at the root level.
It may not.
He did this, I'm going to say 2 months ago. So by now we'd know.
Where did he do it?
In what we call the bird sanctuary.
It's like a 6 acre
Yeah.
area there.
I don't know what the street
There's
is.
a lot of miscanthus. And
He wanted us to go in and dig it out. Look, there's, I don't know, 8 of us on the board, and I go,
no, it's really hard to dig up. You need if it's a really big plant, you need like equipment. You can't just bring a shovel to it.
Eat bugs.
oh, it keeps coming around me. Is it out?
Yeah, it just flew out.
What?
Sure it's not a wasp.
Yeah, I think it was a wasp.
No,
Um,
I had a fly near me. It was
There was something flying around.
Flew in the,
I mean, one
Keep an
thing,
eye on it, Joe.
didn't want you to get stoned.
one thing for Silver Beach is, and I think I mentioned this to Doug, but, you know, they could arrange for Angie to come and do a site visit with them and make recommendations.
You mentioned it to Doug.
I did, but I think what I mentioned was in the context of Andy coming here, but to look at West Neck, that I combine it, but since we're now paying Andy to do things, I don't want to
Yeah.
pay Andy to do other things.
Right.
Our
We
budget.
can't.
Yeah, so, so my suggestion would be I'll talk to Doug and see if Silver Beach wants to pay for Andy to come for 1 or 2 hours.
Okay. I'm gonna call him about the raking, so I can ask him.
About the raking,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you think the highway department has metal rakes that we could give people? Otherwise, I have to go buy a new rake.
I think I have more than one in my
I was
garage.
going to say, I may have some too. I could leave on I'll let you know. I could leave them on my front porch. I'll let you
You know,
know.
we could see if we can borrow, I don't know, maybe Sylvester Manor has them, we could borrow. But I'm trying to think if there's some kind of equipment that could do the same thing much faster.
Big tennis court rakes, but I don't know if people would be able to pull that through the dirt. I mean, they're just this wide,
Yeah,
close to this wide.
let me think about this.
Right.
Maybe,
I'll-
maybe there's something that the Lindsay brothers would have, an attachment.
Well, a York rake, wouldn't that work?
Pardon?
A York rake,
What's that
sort of
really?
like a backhoe blade on the back of a tractor. I'm sure they have one. If not, I'm guessing that the town has one.
Okay. Let me look into something, because you know, something that we could do right at the site after we,
All right, so
I
let me
mean, that
know.
would be good to get the big, heavy other stuff, and then you really want to go through and sift it and try to get as much of the little,
yes,
so that's probably the way
Yes.
to go.
yes.
And I'm sure Walter Richards or any of these people have
Something,
something like that.
yeah, I mean, that might be the easiest thing to do. Instead of trying to drag 10 people out there, 12 people.
Well, I think you still need, 10, a bunch of people, because,
Well, it'd be nice, because then people sort of see what the project is and not gonna get ticks.
Be invested.
Yeah, be a fun thing with donuts and coffee. And then light a cane afterwards.
anything else on that?
That's it.
Okay, boundary markers, trail signs.
Like Chuck and I are gonna do that, but he got eaten up last time he went in. He wanted to wait a little bit longer.
Okay. I don't blame them.
He didn't spray. He showed me his ankles.
The signs for the, for sites that don't have signs, will be up hopefully within the next 2 weeks. They're being shipped, the cut signs are being shipped from Florida, then Denise Fenchel will apply the lettering and logos, et cetera. So those will get supplied. When you go in there, do you know Denise?
I don't think I do.
Okay, I can give you her contact, but when you go in there, I think we probably need some small signs directing people where to go, stay on the trails like this, and maybe as you walk through there with her, she'll come up with some
Okay.
recommendations.
That sounds good. Yeah, let's do
I mean,
that.
besides the arrows?
Yeah, besides the arrows, right, like, because to get from the parking lot to where you gotta go, yeah, there's arrows, but, people need to know it's not all
Yeah.
CPF property, they need to respect the boundaries,
Were we gonna put a kiosk there?
we can.
Because I was thinking you could, I mean, this is the only property where it's surrounded by private property.
Yes,
And I don't want to get in trouble with these people. So I thought maybe a sign that says it's surrounded by
yeah,
private property and just to stay on the trails or something.
right.
I thought we were putting a kiosk there.
We can, we just haven't gotten to that yet.
Oh.
Do you want to go now? Sure. Okay.
Mark Beckman.
Hi, I'm Tim.
Good to meet you.
Hi, Catherine Gerard.
Hi.
Kathy Kane. So Mark,
Yeah, as I'm
I'm sorry.
Judy, I'm not both locals, year-round residents with kids.
how do you do?
We're kind of representing like a larger group of parents and kids that are in the community that just want to share ideas. I'm a licensed architect in New York. The idea is more of like a ground-up design. So the big idea is that we're a tool for you guys if you need us, kind of, and we're also proposing something on one of your sites. So we'll just open the presentation.
Yeah, perfect.
So,
Can you make that bigger?
yeah, go full screen. I'll also read it
Oh, there
too.
you go.
So we have a lack of activity options for youth and a shortage of spaces where diverse generations can interact, learn from one another, and co-create community values. The town owns various plots of land that could be redesigned with active participation from parents and children, fostering spaces that are welcoming to both kids and adults. The seven Cartwright Road site, with its ample scale, offers an ideal platform to host multiple community programs that unite all ages, spaces for physical activity, educational experiences, and collaborative stewardship. By enabling residents to design, implement, and sustain these programs, the community can cultivate a resilient intergenerational hub that promotes health, learning, pride, and long-term stewardship. So we have an exciting solvable program ideas to share, including a dynamic wheel park trail, a welcoming community garden space, and these are able to invite people of all ages to move, learn, and connect, creating active, inclusive hubs where kids can skate or bike, neighbors can grow fresh food, and the whole community can share in the energy, pride, and ongoing stewardship of our spaces. So the idea for the wheel park is it's proven in neighboring areas. There's one in Montauk, there's more of a skate park, and then there's one on Shelter Island, actually, behind the dump that is underutilized and it's in bad shape. So we can go to the next slide. And then community garden, there's also precedent for that. You know, we have local farms and it's the idea of people connecting in a space where they grow. So this is kind of a 25-mile context of the area of Shelter Island, showing different skate parks and a few community gardens. And then this is just zooming in a 5-mile context around South Cartwright there. But there's the Shelter Island Skate Park, there's the Greenport Skate Park, and then there's a community garden in Southwold. And then this is a 1-mile context of the area, showing there's Neshamik Preserve, the Historical Museum, the public school, the airfield, which I live by, and what is that, Taylor's Island, I think is the other area that it's showing. Maybe you can zoom back a little bit. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, and then this is the site. So if we go to the next slide. So these were the owners of the site. Magda Sala, I don't know if you ever knew them.
Yeah.
But she was an Egyptian ballerina, the first prima ballerina in Egypt. And then Jack was also an Egyptologist they met in New York City when she was going to school. And that's just one of her quotes was, peace, it changes you. Here you can hear the blood tingle in your ears, it cleanses you. And she's speaking about Shelter Island, so beautiful. Okay, go back. So this is the existing context of the site. There's the driveway, the paved driveway. There's a clay tennis court. There's these beautiful large trees. There's the house that they had. There's a 2-car garage, and it all slopes down to Congans Creek. So go to the next slide. So one proposal here is the walking trail just from the road to the creek, giving you access to the next slide, giving you access to water. Maybe it's like a small paddleboard marina or some type of way to access the water, hopefully with like educational aspect to it for kids and kind of teaching. Next one. This would be the community garden. It's already enclosed. It's a, you know, it's a fenced in area already. So it's protected from deer and it can be secured. So it's a safe space for gardening. This idea is the wheel park trail, kind of not so much like a skate park in the sense of like this mass, you know, dominant piece of concrete, but more of like an interactive landscape that that people could use. So we can go.
A pump track.
The pump track would be a great idea. Yeah, it's part of that idea. And there's precedent. There's at Hayground they have a whole pump track dirt like course there, and
Right.
and then this is like we could turn the 2-car garage into like a maker space, like a wood shop. I call it like a maker space where people could come and, you know, we could put tools in it. Someone could kind of take ownership of it somehow. Like there's actually a neighbor to the south. He's a woodworker. I've already talked to him about it. Like, go ahead. And then maybe the building could be a learning center or some type of, you know, it could be like an Egyptian museum or some type of cool historical building that could also house amenities that are needed for the site. And then I call it the Magda Sala stage. It could be this cool amphitheater right there on the creek. So this is the overall program, and the like the bigger idea is to use what's there and then minimize your, you know, how you're using the site, not going through and just bulldozing the whole thing, obviously. But it's already clear, it's fully cleared, except for those trees, so you could just kind of interweave something nice. Go ahead. And the idea for the wheel track would be, it would all be below grade, so you'd have walking paths at grade, and then the wheel track could be below grade, keeping the noise down, and then this idea of like a ziggurat kind of pyramid thing for the getting some speed, I guess you could say. Go ahead. So this is just a existing picture of the site, and then the next photo. So this would be the wheel track and the walking trail. Next one. And then another community garden. Next one. And the stage, the amphitheater. So just giving, you know, the community a chance with some, you know, low maintenance spaces that are, you know, if it's concrete or whatever it is, you know, it's not a high level of maintenance and it can be used for multiple things. The next, and that's it.
Thank you. It's interesting.
So I know it's like a lot to think about, like as far as that idea, but the bigger picture is that we want to help and give you guys thoughts on things
Yeah.
that maybe could be influencing ideas towards more of a younger generation they'll take pride and they'll have a space. There's no, again, I have a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, you have a 2-year-old, a 4-year-old, and there's a number of us that have discussed this, and so we just want to let Shelter Island know that we're here for you guys to use this for whatever we can help with, and you know, we have great contractors on the site. We think we could get the funding for it. I think next summer we could probably raise 4 million, you know, or something
Really?
like that. I think.
Wow. I'd
I
love to
mean,
know how.
all the summer residents that come out here, you find the right person and they'll open their pockets, you know, if it's the right idea. And we did this in 2 weeks. So, you know, to have ideas like kind of really start to evolve and create something that people would really buy into, being the right thing, being the right idea. We don't want it to be like, oh yeah, go ahead, just do that. You know, we want it to be from the ground up. We want all of us to buy in on it, including the board, obviously, and the town. So, yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah, well, let's keep in touch.
Yeah.
Definitely interested about the skate park.
Cool.
And you've been talking to Jim Pugh?
I have not.
Yeah, I would talk to him
Yeah.
because he's very much into a community garden, so he'd be a good.
Okay, cool.
He's next door.
Jim Pugh, okay.
In fact, one of his, yeah, he'll give you one of his
Jim and
books.
Lolly?
What?
Jim and Lolly? No.
No, it's Donna's his wife.
Okay.
What's the book called?
It's just- I don't know.
Serviceberry.
He can give you
Why,
my
that's
copy.
it, yeah. I read it.
Serviceberry.
Oh, Serviceberry, yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Also talk to the Shelter Island Arts. I'm not sure what the C stands for. They also have some
Council.
ideas. Yeah. I can't read it from here. They also have some ideas for the house.
oh, cool. Nice. All right, great.
You want to email my town account?
Yeah, what's your?
Well, through the town, it's just, you can find it there. If you want my number, I'll
Oh,
give
yeah,
you my
do
number.
you want to just type it in?
Yeah.
I was looking at the GIS, there's a lot of land that the town owns, and they did, in East Hampton, I built a lot of houses in East Hampton. And they'll buy a lot of land and they'll just keep it, it's just to like keep it preserved and not have anyone take over it. This site feels a little different because there's existing structures and there's kind of so I don't know how you guys feel about, that specific site, but it sounds like maybe the art center has thought about it.
Yeah, they've submitted a plan too,
Oh, they did, okay, cool,
for the building anyway.
right. All right, well.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right,
Do this.
Thank you.
Thank you
Appreciate it.
very much.
Be in touch.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Goes to the school. I told you it should be a community garden from the beginning. You don't listen to me.
I remember.
They do listen to you.
No, you,
Was there, we ever find out what the max occupancy of the house is anywhere, if it can even be used for commercial?
It can be.
Contract.
Can be, yeah.
Tell us. What? It can be?
If we are going to end up, we kind of have to do it soon before it starts rotting,
Well, that's correct.
Same with that generator, if it's not being maintained, it's
Yeah.
not going to
Well,
function.
I'm assuming that it runs on a regular maintenance cycle, but that's a good point. That works.
Yes, it does. Of course.
what was his last name?
Spark,
Eckhoff?
Yeah. THAC, I'm like looking it up because. Spellings.
Thanks. I like the fact that he's a contractor. That's.
yeah. Look at that. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, you're right.
Well, I was going to switch to number 6 as opposed to number 5, which is the Peconic Bay Regional Advisory Committee, which is, like, have all the MOUs been,
No, Southampton, I think, is still
oh,
standing.
well, anyway, on November 11th, there is another meeting, both
On November 14th.
November 14th. Amber and I attend those meetings, so we'll have an update, but this is the platform by which we would ask, is this even feasible? So I'm not sure that it's feasible under CPF guidelines,
Project that.
Yeah. so,
Well, I didn't want to say that,
well, I know, but just,
but he did talk about fundraising, so.
well, that's a good thing. We clearly, Shelter Island, CPF cannot pay
No.
for recreational equipment. On the project pieces that we've talked about so far, the only thing that we could fund out of CPF funds would be the shoreline restoration, which should make Kate happy. So,
I don't think an amphitheater is a good idea
well,
to preserve.
Well, actually, that made me think of the park in Sag Harbor, the John Steinbeck Park, the way they redid that. So maybe not full amphitheater, but I recommend going down there and checking it out. They did a tiered, they did like tiers down to the water.
in the grass,
What's that?
Yeah.
made out of grass.
Grass, but then stones interspersed, so it's still a place where it's like solidly step or solidly sit on.
Yep.
And it looks really beautiful, and they have wildflowers planted on the edges of that area as well. And that is immediately what I thought of when he said that. And it can be used for events like we back to the bays, we like did an oyster planting down there, and we were able to do an educational talk beforehand. So we were able to stand, while it's not like a stage, it was still a cleared area where people could sit and listen to what, and learn about oysters, and then go and help plant them. And it was just like a really nice space to be able to use for something like that. So.
All right, well, more to be learned and discussed. Going back to number 5, the Peconic Land Trust Interactive Map. So I called Melissa, who used to come to our meetings, and Cirillo, it's now Tibbetts, something like that. Anyway, so I was trying to figure out the 44-acre piece of property in the middle of Ram Island and figured PLT would have some connection to it. And she pointed me toward this interactive map that they've developed, which is very interesting and very helpful. So this is Shelter Island, but it covers the whole East End. So there's a lot of pieces of property that are PLT, that Ram Island piece is in it. Can you expand it on the Ram Island? Okay, in the middle of Big Ram, there's a lime green or whatever color that is.
Yep.
If you tap on that, there you go. It gives you a little history of the property, tells you who owns it. So that's actually a homeowners association preserved piece of property, not unlike Artist Lane. Their preserved piece. And I'm assuming that the Artist Lane preserved piece is also on there. So it's very helpful, I think. I know Kate was asking a while ago about being able to visually see where we connect with different properties.
What are the light yellow ones?
I think it's privately held, so obviously Mashomic is in that coloring.
Well, they're two different colors, the lime green and then there's the yellow.
Oh, I don't know.
I can't see the yellow.
Well, I guess if you actually go
That would
quick,
be the town dump. She's highlighting right next to it. So maybe it's town-owned properties that are being used.
right, government services.
Yeah,
Try the one that's to the right. One of those, yeah. Okay. School district.
right.
So what do you think is going to happen on Ram Island with that big property, the 44 acres?
Well, I'm assuming nothing.
Yeah.
Like, it's preserved.
Oh, it is preserved.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Fabulous.
been that way for years.
Yeah. But I don't think it's like counted in, if we went in and took the stuff that's actually preserved, our preserved land numbers would
Go
probably
up.
increase significantly.
That's interesting. I didn't know it was preserved.
When we did the book, Ed and I did this the hard way.
Sorry.
The hard way. We counted all of those and we figured there's about 40% of the island preserved now. But we included town. I mean, some of it's going to be used for affordable housing, but we included them. So,
That's good too.
and in the back of the book, there's a list of all little pieces,
Great.
that are not really walkable or whatever.
When's the book coming out?
It's out.
No, it's
Oh, it's out. I haven't seen it. Oh, I'm so out of it.
Great.
Good. I get it at the history.
It's our, yeah.
Is this, can you go on the Peconic Land Trust site and access this map?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it's under preserved map. There's 2 maps. I didn't look at the other one yet, but it's preservation map, I think it's called.
Mhm.
And it's the whole East End.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's fabulous. And they update it, I'm assuming.
I'm sure they do.
We should have something like that.
We have it. It's right here. They already paid for
They
it.
did it.
They did all of our reserves too?
Yeah,
Oh, they did? Okay.
as far as I could tell.
Okay, I'll go look.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole point of it.
That's right.
I'll put Ed
They
on it.
didn't let them know.
There's also the Suffolk GIS map.
Yeah, but it doesn't give you the preserved lands per se, right?
This
tells you
is
what-
what-
You have to keep
Well, you
hitting.
have to go piece by piece. This one, you can
Right.
click on it, and then there's a history telling you that it was a homeowners association purchase and preserve.
No, it's nice that they highlight all
Yeah, like Marco Birch's property is on there as a being preserved. I think it's like 7 acres.
Did a conservation easement or whatever they
Yes,
do.
yeah.
And Sam Seymour did that, and a couple of guys have
Yeah.
done that, yeah.
So anyway, it's interesting and I think very helpful.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And good for us to look at when we're looking for the property. Banta Memorial Bench update, finally. We have picked out a bench and Mr. Banta has approved it, and hopefully within the next week or two, it should be coming here in
Where's it going?
7 South Park Road. So, and we'll hopefully get a little publicity from that and then go from there. But anyway, it's a long time coming. So anything else under old business, new business?
I have a pet peeve.
I'm sure you do.
I hate these plastic signs.
Okay?
But, you know, the die is cast, but they have mold all over them.
Yes.
So I was just thinking, we're all responsible for 2 or 3 properties. Could we just go out with a little bleach, do our signs?
Maybe not so much bleach.
Not bleach, vinegar works too.
Vinegar works?
Vinegar.
Okay.
Wait, what do you want to do?
Just, you know, spray the signs so you have mold all over them. They look
The
horrible.
mold.
They look terrible.
Yeah, they do.
So could we all do that?
Yep.
That's a good idea.
Have all vinegar or vinegar and water?
I
I
use
think vinegar
vinegar.
and water.
I use.
Well,
vinegar.
try it. I don't know.
Okay, I'll get a bottle. Oh, and another strange thing is happening. I always feel, I go past West Neck probably 5 times a day. I keep putting maps in. I turn around, they're gone.
I just noticed that yesterday. Noticed it.
Something's going on.
Yeah.
We need a security camera.
Spies, they're
I can't
spies.
imagine who would take them like that. I'm gonna sit out there with my, I'm gonna put my dog, I'm gonna sit and watch. Isn't that strange? I can't account for it.
It is.
I don't know if you're experiencing that.
Just a lot of interest.
Yeah, right.
Somebody must have a trail cam that we could stick there.
Yeah.
Maybe they're reselling.
This is, even with the old map, this has been going on for at least 2 years.
Oh,
I was gonna blame Mike Carey.
Anyplace else?
No, the other property I have is Crab Creek, you know.
And it's not happening there. It's weird.
Just, I was curious to see if you had the. I'm gonna camp out there. Anyway.
Maybe find a hunter and borrow a trail
Oh,
cam. No, seriously. It runs, you know, it runs off of battery and you just stick it there and
Camera?
trail cam.
Yeah, but hunters use them just to track wildlife.
See where the deer are.
Yep.
Whole new world for it.
Fishing, it's like a fish in an arrow. Oh, thank you. Thank you. My hero. Just get it off this.
Aye, aye, Captain.
So anyway, just go out there with a little vinegar if you would, or your little Simon's.
Something to ask. Here on Selene, there's property being cleared. We know what that's about. It's private property. It's abuts the Selene, but what bothers me there is that we haven't got the markers in or anything like that.
Right.
Selene. So I wonder if anybody.
Where is this property?
Right on South Monantic there, right? One of the properties in front that abut on the Selene property.
So would this be like lot? I don't
One
know,
of the lots there along the road.
but like
On the left?
going down the drive, if you're looking at the driveway, to the left, you have a house is there, and then there's an empty lot, then there's our lot.
Right, but if you go down South Atlantic and just south of Conrad, there's clearing being done. They cleared out a big patch there and it says private property. I just was wondering because of, we don't have the signage up there.
Right.
That to make sure that maybe they have a look at that.
Can you pull up a map so we can figure out what the property is?
Need to know.
Think they're putting a house up there?
I guess so.
If so, I just didn't know, because there's a well that's been dug there.
Well,
Oh, that's what's going,
but I'm sure that they surveyed the property before they,
They're surveying, a Hammer surveying it now. So
okay.
I was just wondering
That was owned by the family, what member of the family, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think Bert
Yeah.
probably has that. I don't know what they've done. I was just wondering, just curious about what's going
So
on.
is it by the water?
No, it's south of Conrad.
Oh, right here.
It's obvious when you drive along the road.
Oh, yeah, it's.
Well, that's Bert's house.
No,
That's,
that's not Bert's.
no, that's the other house, the other family member's house.
Amico. Ramaguchi.
And then the next one down is lot, what, I don't know what number that was on our map.
It was like 6, I think.
And then the next one down is ours.
Yeah.
So it's the one in between, you think? You're talking about?
Yeah,
A family relation, yeah.
yeah, it's part of the White's property that they kept those plots, and I just was wondering,
We do know that they were gonna build a little house there, so.
yeah, that's about maybe what it is, yeah, okay. Just was wondering because, you know, it butts Artist Lane
Right,
property and
right.
from Hawkins there, so, and it says private property, so
Right.
it's not
Yeah,
just somebody doing it.
right.
Maybe you could take a look at that. since it's a
Well, you're worried about the boundaries, right? Is that what you're saying?
That it doesn't go into our Artist Lane boundaries, that's what I'm concerned about. It's,
Well, I would assume that
for
he's
construction.
gonna have a survey before they start,
Yeah, Hammer was down there surveying it, so.
Okay.
so.
And
And I would assume that he's gonna make clear boundary markers for them to follow.
there's a lot of flags in there now, so.
Go.
But I'm just a little concerned because that's where that old gas station was years ago. So, and people were concerned about the water quality in the White property there, so. It's just something maybe you could just check up on.
Yeah. Okay,
Thank you.
anything else? And I get a motion to adjourn the meeting and go to executive session. Second, all in favor? Okay.
You shut the doors?
Yep.
Great, thanks.